Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha అంటూ విద్యారంగంపై ఉన్న ఆసక్తితో పిల్లలపై ఉన్న ప్రేమతో దాదాపు 9 సంవత్సరాలుగా నిర్విఘ్నంగా గ్లెండెల్ అకాడమీని స్థాపించి దాన్ని నిర్విఘ్నంగా విజయపదంలో ముందుకు నడిపిస్తున్న గ్లెండెల్ అకాడమీ డైరెక్టర్ అంజుమ్ బాబుఖాన్ గారు మనతో పాటు ఉన్నారు. ఆవిడతో మాట్లాడి విద్యారంగంలో ఎటువంటి మార్పులు తీసుకువచ్చారు, గ్లెండెల్ అకాడమీలో ఉన్న పిల్లలకి ఎటువంటి సేవలు అందిస్తున్నారు, ఈ విషయాల గురించి మనం మాట్లాడదాం. నమస్తే అండి అంజుమ్ బాబుఖాన్ గారు. అండ్ ముందుగా మీకు టీచర్స్ డే విషెస్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
అండ్ మేము విన్నాం లైక్ యు ఆర్ బ్రాన్ బాటప్ ఇన్ చికాగో అండ్ హైదరాబాద్ సిటీలో పెద్ద అకాడమీ గ్లెండెల్ అకాడమీ ఇస్ మోస్ట్ ఫేమస్ ఫర్ హిజ్ లవ్ అండ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సిస్టమ్. వాట్ మేక్స్ అంటే చికాగో నుంచి ఇండియా వచ్చి ఇక్కడ గ్లెండెల్ అకాడమీ పెట్టి ఇనిషియేటెడ్ టు టేక్ దిస్ డెసిషన్
To create Glendale Academy in India. Actually, the academy was the wish and desire of my father-in-law, Mr. Bashiruddin Babukhan. He comes from a family, I would say it was second, third generation contractors, industrialists and builders. And him and his brother, Mr. Ghiyasuddin Babukhan, were the biggest builders in the 70s and 80s. They were pioneers in high-rise construction. But actually, I think that for a very, very long time, it was kind of a burning desire in my father-in-law's heart to actually start a school.
Oh.
And he didn't want to leave. I mean, the buildings were landmarks of Hyderabad. And even his father's were landmarks in India. Like the Arts College of Osmania University and Hyderabad House in Delhi. But he really wanted to leave his legacy, he wanted to leave an excellent institution. So that was actually his desire. So I think I just worked for that basically. But I can't imagine being in any other field now.
Are you also interested in this field, teaching field?
In college, I was a psychology major. I explored a lot of different fields. I was interested in fashion designing. I worked for a fashion designer for about a year and a half. Then I was interested in business, medicine, and then I settled on psychology.
So many
interests.
Yeah. You are also interested in this field because you have 4 fathers and in-laws are interested in keeping an academy or in Hyderabad. But how about you? And you are also interested in this?
Basically, I was always interested in working with people. As a psychology major, obviously I was interested in the mind and human development. And perhaps I would have pursued a PhD in psychology had I not, married Salman. But in education, I think I'm working with hundreds, if not thousands, of minds,
right.
And developing
it's more
human development,
no?
And in a larger sphere actually. So my circle of influence with what we can, how we can develop the mind and the overall development of a person is far greater in education than it would have been in psychology. So I'm actually quite happy that it worked out this way.
Yeah, we heard that you are a president. You was a president of Psychi.
Psychi, yes, that's the International Honor Society in Psychology. That was during college. I was actually enrolled in the honors program. I had written an honors thesis on the concept of savoring the positive. I was always interested in the positive side of human development and reaching one's potential in various spheres of life. So I was on a lot of research teams during college. But education was something that I switched over to after completing my undergrad in psychology. When I got engaged to Salman, then I did my master's in education administration and instructional leadership. So And then I came to Hyderabad, and it was nepotism to lead the schools and
After
later
coming to
develop this.
Hyderabad, to start an academy, before starting this Glendale Academy, what challenges you have faced this field?
Oh, there are so many. I think I worked in my father-in-law's school he had established in 1991. I worked there for several years and basically kind of got a grounding and a knowledge of education in India and what is it that parents wanted. It really made me very appreciative of opportunities I had growing up in the States. I think I took a lot of those for granted, and I realized that children don't have a lot of those opportunities to develop. So when Glendale was getting designed, it was like 10 acres. The sky was the limit in terms of what we could actually provide for children's development at the school. So it was huge, it was challenging, everything was important all at once. I think I went through many a migraine and breakouts and a lot of, I can honestly say that I think I put my blood, sweat and tears into
This is your lovely baby. We can see in
Yeah.
your eyes also that love and affection to each every child. In that crucial time, who did help you a lot?
I think my in-laws and my husband were always extremely supportive and encouraging of whatever I did. I think it's a beautiful synergy that we have as a family. I think my husband doesn't get enough credit for it, but he actually was responsible for the entire infrastructure, the physical infrastructure of the school, the landscaping that you kind of see around.
Very nice.
Working with the architect, the landscape architect. I like to kind of think of myself as having put the spirit into the school. So everything else, from interiors to designing the curriculum, recruitment, all the resources that we were providing, getting that from abroad, the teacher training obviously, all the other inputs that went into the school internally was, I think, my responsibility. And of course for my father-in-law, it was his dream, right? It was his vision to have a school of excellence. And my mother-in-law has always been very kind and supportive through her prayers. So I think a lot of,
That's
blessings.
A lovely family.
Yes, yeah. It's her prayers and my father-in-law and husband's support. That
Glendale Academy children, what type of faculty and what facilities do you provide to this?
I think that we're very proud to have an academy that is unique in the sense that it's completely in consonance with nature. I don't think you'll find that in other schools. The environment you walk through, the courtyard, everything epitomizes being in consonance with nature.
Yes, of course. I have seen the school. It's very nice. It's nature friendly.
Yeah, a lot of people think you're kind of in a resort or something.
Yeah.
We're actually the only school in AP to apply for green certification. And so we're very proud of being a very green building. A lot of the architect, Mr. Anwar Aziz, he deserves credit for designing the school in a way that anywhere in the school you'll see, a patch of green, natural light, great ventilation. I think that's one of the unique features of the school.
In your academy, like teachers also get trained in various activities. Like what type of training will be given to teachers?
See, I think when we design the school and even when we are designing our teacher training modules, I'm very reflective about what helped me, and I think that a lot of who I am is a result of my educational experiences and the empowerment I received. The success that has come as a result of it is a large part due to that. So when we design the school, I look back to what did I relish and cherish as a child, and I kind of created those facilities within the school. whether it was our art studio, having access to all the different, our storytelling area in the Learning Resource Center, because those are the type of libraries, you know, I was exposed to. So basically everything that I really kind of cherished as a child, or what children cherish over there that helps their potential, that was used in terms of designing of the school. And in terms of teacher training, a lot of the books and authors that I was really inspired by, like Stephen Covey, who wrote 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I'm a huge Covey fan. So I actually start the teacher training with 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, because before a teacher can be successful in the classroom, she needs to be successful as a person. And once you are very positive in terms as a person, in your personal space, in your family, with yourself, only then can you be effective in your work. So that's kind of the thought behind that. So we do a lot of things in terms of personal development. We also concentrate a lot on brain-based learning, and that's my area of expertise, is brain-compatible learning. So it's a nice marriage between psychology and education. It's like brain-based learning. And I'm actually written a book about this, and it's yet to be published. But I'm in the process, I'm working on that. And the other aspect that we really concentrate on in our teacher training is multiple intelligence. So the theory and application of multiple intelligence, because that's what I feel makes learning very, very holistic and multifaceted, and it develops all the aspects of a child. So I'm a big advocate of multiple intelligences. And in fact, Howard Gardner was at our school just about 6 months back, in February actually, a little bit more than that, about 7 months back. And he was the founder of the theory of multiple intelligences. And we were the only school in AP that was graced by his visit.